Welcome dear students. This is Aftab Khan and you are watching on Professor Academy. As in previous lecture, I have discussed about parts of speech, but the last part, which is about article, is still remaining. And in today, lesson number 3, we will discuss the articles. Basically, there are only 3 articles in English language. That is A, N, D. There are 3 articles in English language: A, N, D. Further, these articles can be categorized into 2 main kinds. The first category or kind of the article is indefinite article, and the second one is definite article. We should know that what is meant by indefinite articles and what is meant by definite article. As I have briefly explained here that N give a general sense of one, so they are called indefinite articles. For example, a pin, an ox, etc. While the article the single out a particular object from the rest. For example, the Muslims. Similar example, can you watch and listen? I will write here also the Andes, and so on. You can learn the example after reading this whole passage. So we have clearly mentioned here that A and N give a general sense, while the article D gives us a particular sense. In other terms, I will say that A and N can be used for general cases oftenly, while D can be used in particular cases specially. And I have given the example also and have discussed here. Now, we'll go toward how to use this article in an English grammar. If you understand about this article, you can know very well about English language. First, we'll come toward the use of A. I mean that how can we use the article A in an English grammar? So, I will say that before a common noun. I mean that it can be used before a common noun. Also, it can be used before the word which starts from a consonant sound, like a dog, a tool, a bridge. Is the first word in the dog, the first word in the tool, and the first word in the bridge belongs to consonant word. So we can put the article A before starting up the word which start with a consonant sound. So we can use A before common noun and beginning with a consonant sound, like a dog, a tool, a bridge. The next one is the article N. This is the indefinite article, and how can we use this in an English grammar? So I have wrote here that it can be used before a word beginning with a vowel sound. For example, an apple, an elephant, an orange, etc. It is clearly mentioned here that N can be used for a general sense in English grammar, but here the word which start with a vowel sound, like apple, here A is a vowel. As we know here that there are 5 vowels in English, which is A, E, I, O, U. So the word which gets starts from these words will consider to be best suitable for the use of in. Therefore, apple, an apple, A is a vowel word, an elephant, E is a vowel word, and an orange, O is also in. O is also a vowel word. So the word which start with a vowel sound will be suitable to put before with in. Also, it can be used before a word that begins with a silent it, because when we use the word it in in English, and when it is silent, it gives the sound like vowel. Therefore, we put the word in with the words which starts or begin with silent it. In our, this is the example for the use of in article. In our, we can't say our because here it is a silent word and it sounds like a vowel. Therefore, we put here in our, etc. In can also be used before a word beginning with a consonant having vowel sound. For example, NMA, NMA, NSDO. Here I have put here in, also in here, because MA sound like vowel, MA. It starts with vowel sound, just like our, just like elephant, just like apple. So these are the use of the article in. Let me head toward the next article, which is a definite article, which is a definite article, the. So I will the how can we use the word the or article the in an English grammar? So let's get started. When we mean to speak of a particular person or thing or one well known to us, we use the. I clearly mentioned here that we can use the word the before particular things. I mean that when we specify something specially in an English sentence, then the word then the word will be able to be put with the article, because here the word the is used before line, because here the line is specific. It doesn't mean that the line is common here in this sentence or in this case. The book, I mean specific book. The man, I mean the special or special person. I will give the explanation in an English sentence that he shut the door. Here the has been used as a definite article in this sentence. Why? Because the person entered the room and closed the door. It means that the door is not a common door, but this is the specific door which belongs to his rooms. Therefore, we have put here the word or the article the. He shut the door. The door here is specific. The dog is a faithful animal. I mean that here the dog is special. Not all the animals are faithful, but in animals category only the dog has been chosen here, because therefore the dog has been specified and the article the has been used before the word dog in English sentence. And next, the can also be used before the names of oceans, seas, rivers, mountain ranges, group of islands, gulfs. For example, the Pacific, the Red Sea, the Gulf of Bengal. So because these are very famous words in a word, therefore we use the word or the article the before these words. The can also be used before the names of before the names of scripts, books, newspapers. These are very famous and well known. Therefore, we can use the article the before these words. For example, the Holy Quran, the news. The can also be used before the heavenly bodies. For example, the sun, the moon, etc. So, students, hopefully today you will have enjoyed the lesson number 3 in an English grammar, which was about the article. And I think for the next class you have to stay in touch with the Professor Academy and constantly visit my channel on the YouTube. And if you haven't subscribed this channel yet, please go and subscribe this channel for my upcoming lectures, and also press on the bell icon to get the latest updates. Thank you. Goodbye.